Hi, I'm Tom Nolle, president of CIMI Corporation. We just had a major East Coast hurricane, and this is a good time to be looking at the issue of cloud services and their availability, and particularly how they would compare to having your own infrastructure. So I went back and looked at the surveys that we did this spring for users, and those surveys gave me some interesting results. First of all, there's four categories, generally speaking, of outages. There's what you could call transactional or less, meaning that the worst that happens is that somebody who started something will have to start it over again. Then there are short interruptions that are an hour or less in duration. Then there's your business impact interruptions that are between 1 hour long and 1 day long. And then there's the major outages, which are outages of more than a day. And the interesting thing when you look at cloud overall is you find that cloud services are much more likely to experience the first two kinds of interruptions, meaning transactional or short business disruptions. And they experience the business interruption type of failures at about the same rate as the general infrastructure would, but they generally don't have the long outages that you sometimes experience. The reasons for this are interesting. First of all, most of the shorter duration problems are really not cloud problems, they're internet problems. People lose access to the internet, and so they lose their cloud applications. At the long end of things, cloud data centers typically have standby power and are typically able to get back online faster than even large enterprises are often able to get back online. And so they're less vulnerable to these longer layer interruptions. So the moral of all of this is that the cloud is not 100% reliable. It's differently reliable than standard infrastructure. And as we move to the cloud, we need to plan not so much for the difference in cloud reliability, but in how cloud reliability is different. Thank you. I'm Tom Nolle.